Hello friend, Henry Flowers here. I want to read you something. Henry's new friends in high school. After I joined the football team, one guy that I began to hang around was Marlon. He was a little short guy who was built like an ox. Marlon had legs the size of tree trunks, and so he did really well as halfback of our football team. Even though he was little, he was one of the most courageous teenagers I'd ever been around. Marlon was fun-loving and happy. He always had a joke. But here's what's cool. He and I both had signed up for the delayed entry program in the Navy. Marlon wanted out of Detroit as much as I did. So I knew that he'd be a cool guy to hang around because he had something to lose. Now this is a key point, my friend. If you're hanging around people who have nothing to lose, then you have nothing to gain. I'm going to read that again because I want to make sure you heard me very clearly. If you are hanging around people who have nothing to lose, then you have nothing to gain. This is just an excerpt from my book on page 54, where I begin to talk about one of the 5 principles of getting from where you are to living a life that you love. And that principle is new friends. Listen, we got to do a better job in teaching our young people how to be careful who they hang around. A very successful man said that you will become the average of the 5 people that you hang around. I wonder how many of our young people know that. The teens and 20s, our young people. And so I know from being raised on the streets of Detroit, many of my friends and some of my family members died early in very tragic deaths because they were just hanging around the wrong crowd. So Marlon and I got out of there. We got into the delayed entry program in the Navy. We had to keep ourselves straight for a year. We did what we had to do to get out of there. So this is my book, Bored to Death, by Henry Flowers IV. That's me. 5 ways to gear up and be about that life. Here's how I have put together ways that we can really help our young people to avoid all of the things that bring them down. Abortion, teen pregnancy, gang violence, juvenile delinquent behavior, drug and alcohol abuse, all of these things are plaguing the black family. Part of having new friends is not just watching the people that you're hanging around, but gathering mentors, people that actually want to help you, people that want to do some great things and have done some great things. And that goes along with what I've been talking about, the bullpen and the men's ministry. Somebody run into an emergency, God bless that cop. Probably something happened with a wayward young person who doesn't have much leadership in their life. And so we can help our young people by being there for them at these pregnancy centers when they're coming in there in the crisis situation. I'm talking to the churches, community leaders, and I want you to get involved as well, friend. Go to Amazon.com, look for my book, Bored to Death, by Henry Flowers. You can purchase this book, and as you begin to mentor some of the young people, especially as you begin to volunteer at the pregnancy centers, the pregnancy help centers, not Planned Parenthood, pregnancy help centers, there is a difference. But as you begin to mentor, you can help walk them through this book and walk through this together with them. And I'll be using this and getting this book to pregnancy centers so we can help our young people begin to live a life that they love. So we can end the scourge of abortion at the source. And then we can do our part to rebuild the black family. God bless you, and thank you for supporting. Thank you for supporting Protecting Black Life.